Hello everybody and welcome to another Attack on Titan tribute game tutorials video. Before we get started, I'd just like to quickly say that today's music has been provided by the Frozen Feng, also known as Xavier Wolf. And yeah, if you like what you hear in the background, then be sure to check him out on his YouTube page, which is the Frozen Feng. So today we're going to be learning how to train yourself as a player. So a lot of people sometimes ask me how they can get better at playing the game, and I say, oh well, you can check out these tutorials video, and they say, well, I have, but I just don't know how I should get better even after I've learned all these. So this video basically serves to answer that question. Now the first thing and the most important thing that I'll say right away is to practice as much as you can. You know, I'd say every day if you really want to get amazing at the game, but you don't have to do it every day. At least, you know, 3 times a week, I'd say. You know, over the weekend, just play like an hour or so. It's not, you don't have to be very strict about it, but just be sure that you're able to practice, that you're able to at least develop on what you've already learned. And then once you've got the basics of that, you can then slowly teach yourself newer and newer things. The best way, personally, the best way that you can practice would be to go into Forest 3 multiplayer for 10 minutes and basically just go in by yourself. If you want to play a multiplayer map, then you don't actually need to be in a multiplayer environment. You can just go in by yourself. And yeah, basically what you can do is you can test your kill to death ratio for normal or for hard, depending on how good you are. So if you're a so-and-so, then I suggest going into normal, setting the game for 10 minutes, and then just seeing how good your kill to death ratio is. So, you know, if you're average, then you should be having a kill to death ratio of 1 at least. And if you're good, then on normal, then you should be having somewhere around 5 as a kill to death ratio. And if you're really good, then 10 and higher should be easily attainable. Now on hard, it's a bit the scale is a bit different. If you're so-and-so, then you shouldn't really be playing on hard in the first place. If you're average, then a kill to death ratio of about 3 or 4 should be where you're at. And if you're pretty good at the game, then you know, it's just as high as it can go. Beyond that, however, there are a couple of things that you can do to practice, mainly that you can challenge yourself. And I don't mean like doing a toxics challenge or something, or you know, being like, I'm not going to use gas at all for this, because that's not very, it impedes your playing style as opposed to just teaching you how to use. I mean, like, it's helpful to see the difference between like when you should use gas and why you should use gas, but in terms of actually practicing and getting better at the game, you're just gonna impede yourself at actually thinking about what you're doing and stuff like that. Instead, you'll just restrict yourself to not using gas at all, and that's not what you want to do. That you want to be in an environment where you can actually get better at the game, and in order to do that, you have to be as comfortable with the way you play, more than just, you know, forcing yourself to get better somehow by, you know, doing those insane challenges. What I do mean, so an example of a challenge is basically if you're scared of a crawler, then don't avoid the crawler, but instead fly straight to it and then try killing it. So basically what I did when crawlers first came out is I went onto Forest single player. As soon as I spawned, I'd fly straight to the crawler and I'd try and kill it. And basically after I did that plenty of times, I learned all the different ways that you can deal with crawlers. I learned how not to be afraid of crawlers. I mean, like, when they jump out of you from nowhere, that is still, you know, it still makes me jump, but at least now that if I see a crawler in distance, I don't go, oh, I sincerely hope he doesn't come towards me. I kind of go, alright, there's a crawler over there, I'll keep my mind on him for now, but I'll focus on what I'm doing right now, and then I'll deal with him later. Another method of challenging yourself would be if you spend too much gas, then you can play as Eren, who uses the most amount of gas, and then set yourself a goal. So like, you're not allowed to refill for 5 minutes or something like that. And you know, doing that, you'll suddenly start thinking about how you use gas a lot more, rather than just saying like, oh, I'm not going to use gas at all. Yeah, because that just makes the playstyle a lot worse. And finally, probably the easiest kind of challenge here is just time yourself. How fast can you clear Forest or City single player? I personally have been trying to speed run both of these maps for a long time, and it's personally one of the main things that's keeping me coming back to playing. Not only is it a method of improving yourself, but it's also a method of you know, just having fun with the game. And finally, playing with friends. Although it might not seem like it would help that much, it actually helps you a lot, because between you and your friends, you guys can learn a lot. And if you don't have any friends that you can play with, then I suggest when public servers come back, you get on as many public servers as you can. And until then, what I suggest is going on the forums, the official forums, and there's a section for guilds that you can go onto. And if you just join a guild, or if you want to, then you can create your own guild. Then you can basically have... you can create your own guild, and basically once you do that, you can just have a lot of fun with these new people that you meet, and you can also learn a lot from how they play, and they can learn a lot with how you play, and it's just a big sharing of ideas, and you know, learning to have fun in the game. So yeah, those are the principal ways of getting better at the game. The big way is obviously to just practice, to just play whenever you can or whenever you want. Obviously, you know, the game isn't anyone's priority apart from Feng's, or apart from like Feng and Jiang's, but that's beside the point. So that's pretty much the entire video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends and anyone else who you think will enjoy it. Comment, ask questions. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to check out the Frozen Fang on YouTube for the music in the background, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, guys.
You're cold now, and these tears burn my face while they fall down.